Hello and welcome back. I'm sitting here with Alex, and before I want to start my session, I have a little request to you. Maybe you can vote or comment in our tool to tell our moderator to stop talking about the boy group here all the time. I would highly appreciate that. Anyway, joking aside, welcome back and welcome to our session. Today, we want to talk about the new components for the modern business world. And as some of my colleagues have mentioned it already in the previous sessions, the world has been changing quite drastically in the last several months for everyone, also including us at Innovaphone. I used to travel quite a bit to see my partners in person. Approximately, at least I would say 3 weeks out of the month, I was on the road visiting my partners to talk to them about various topics. And this has all suddenly stopped in the last several months. So I've been, sitting at home in my home office, working from home, just like most of my other colleagues at Innovaphone. And I think also a lot of you and your customers have made that experience that, the anywhere workplace or the ability for working from home has drastically increased, and therefore also the challenges, but also the opportunities have increased with working from home. And today we want to introduce you some new developments / improvements in order to make your life even more easy working from home than before. I mean, those of you who have been working with Innovaphone for a long time might remember that we always had a very nice solution where you could work with Innovaphone anywhere at any time from any device. But in the future, we have even worked harder to offer you a solution that will make life even more easy for you from your home office or from wherever you are in the world with working with our solution. And I think that's a good point to turn your attention to Alex, who will present you some of the first highlights that you can expect in version 13 R2.
Yes, exactly. Thank you, Toby. But first, I would like to take you back a little bit to the year 2003, for you who still remember. A lot has also been happening back then. The coronavirus in fashion was SARS. Well, no one had ever heard about smartphones, so this alone makes you realize this is a long time ago. On a personal note, I might add, I made some very weird hairstyle choices in the year 2003, but that is besides the point. The most important thing is actually that Innovaphone already was able to offer a home office solution. Yeah, so let's ease back to the present a little bit. Why ease back? Because this is a feature already available. You can sell it right now, right after this presentation. Stay with me for a little bit. So this is our remote call control app, RCC for short, or our secret weapon in tricky situations in long. Basically, this app provides you with stable voice communication when there is a poor internet connectivity on no voice transmission possible. Some use cases include, for example, as part of a Teams integration, the feature is called Call via Work. Then, well, not as popular right now, but also in a hotel with a poor Wi-Fi connection, you could use a hotel phone. Or very popular, actually, when we are literally on the road, we actually we connect our private mobile device because on the Deutsche Autobahn, at least, there is no good data connection available. So we make our calls with our business number, but with using a GSM connection. Well, the next picture shows like very, very old-fashioned phones and talks about landlines. Well, we're still using a landline. Well, I can tell you this became actually very useful when we all had to go into lockdown. And several colleagues at home, the Wi-Fi connection was not as great, especially if you had to share it with your partner, with all the children, everyone at home, everyone being online. And obviously, to work efficiently, you need a stable voice communication. So what did they do? Well, they basically used the RCC app. We can take a look at it. They basically used the RCC app. They put their landline number in there. They told them the landline number should be the device that they want to control. Then they dialed out to the extension of their choice. And basically, the PBX first called the device back. You accepted the call, and you get connected to the extension. And most importantly, the extension only sees your business number, the so-called one-number concept. Well, so communication at home secured. Great. I mean, this you should be used by now from Innovaphone. But, you know, we still all face challenges when working from home. You know, what about connecting to our CRM system or our ERP system, all the data there? Well, it was a struggle. Sometimes the VPN had to be installed. The connection was more or less stable. So this is why our development came up to also develop our own myApps VPN to complete our home working solution. Yeah. So basically, I would like to talk about a few questions, like why do you need a VPN client and what are the benefits? Obviously, what about security? You know, this is, after all, a VPN product. And what does myApps VPN cost? Well, a VPN would be a full integration of the remote workplaces. It would complete, as I said, our home working solution. It gives you also, as I mentioned, access to central applications and directories like a CRM or the ERP system without any web UI. And this is all the IT administrators will love us for that. No installation effort for the VPN client, firewall or crypto box. Basically, it just comes with our solution. What about security? Well, we're well known for our security. We take it very seriously. This is one of our unique selling propositions. And we are already using the RTP protocol. Well, we just then added a TP, like also a tunneling protocol. And all the IPv4 and IPv6 connections are tunneled via this. As you can tell probably from my voice, I have been assured by our development department that this is very great and very secure. For all details, you need to contact them about it, but I believe them. What I can tell you, though, is that it doesn't come alone, only the RTP, but it comes like with a whole security suite of ours, right? Like the two-factor authentication, the encryption via TTLS, the connection across private networks with ICE, and also no additional public IP addresses required in this case. Also, as you're used to, this VPN is developed by us. It is our development, not a third-party solution. Here in Germany by us, no backdoors. And this I've actually experienced. We wanted to do a zip test, and it took many hours because we needed to do some clearance we needed to clear some additional ports on the firewall. So from experience, I can tell you, this is not easy. It makes a firewall. It opens up potential vulnerabilities. So this won't be necessary anymore. It just comes with the Innovaphone. With the Innovaphone PBX. So yeah, this will ease, again, like it will make the lives of IT administrators a lot easier. Well, last but not least, it was the topic, what does myApps VPN cost? Well, we haven't decided yet, and we are actually interested in your opinion. What do you think we can charge for myApps VPN. Well, while you're voting, let me tell you, I have talked a lot about now internal users and the users on the PBX. Part of the home working solution obviously is also the communication with external users, and Toby is going to talk a little bit more about that.
Yes, thank you, Alex. Unbelievable, our partners can actively participate in the pricing model of Innovaphone. How much should the VPN app cost? For those of you who are not my partners, I also want to take a step back before I get to my next slide, because with all my existing partners, I have had several meetings in the last month. And my partners know that most of my meetings have been organized with the myInnovaphone conference app, where Romina had sent you a link, and you could just very easily put this in your browser and therefore access my conference room in order to have productive or constructive discussions. Today, I want to talk about the next generation conference solution of Innovaphone that you can expect in version 13 R2. And I can tell you there are quite some exciting and cool improvements that our development team has made in order to make it even easier for you or for your customers to create conference rooms or conference solutions with each other. The Innovaphone Conference Web Access, we call it, is part of that presentation today where we talk about the new components for the modern business world. And to be quite honest, I think it's one of my favorite applications that we have developed recently. I have used it already. I have been working with it already. And I have personally experienced the upgrades and the improvements that were being made with in this solution. And today I just want to give you a short overview of what is included in this new web conferencing access and what you can expect in the near future from it. Why is there a dedicated conferencing solution, and especially what are the benefits for you and for your customers? I will give you a greater outlook regarding those questions, but also we will talk about the costs. How much does the new improved conferencing app cost for you or the customers? And last but not least, I will give you a short live demonstration to just show you how easy and how sexy this new interface of the conferencing tool will look like in the future. Why is there a conferencing solution and what are the benefits? I mean, first and foremost, also after talking to a lot of you guys, we received a lot of feedback regarding your wishes or your customer requirements about such a solution. And one of the requirements was that it's quick and easy to integrate also for external participants. And as you know from your experiences probably with Innovaphone, that it still runs on the same platform, whether it is running on one of our little silver magic boxes or whether it's running on a virtual machine, doesn't matter. With the new conferencing app, you will be ready to go independently from the platform. Of course, also whether you want to install such a solution local as an on-premise based solution or use it from the cloud, it doesn't matter. It will be available on all platforms. Some of the benefits next to what I just mentioned already that you can expect with the new conferencing tool is that we will have a multi-video conferencing ability or feature. What does that mean? For those of you who know our old conferencing solution, you might be aware that we had a speech recognition software included, that whereas the person who speaks and talks will be shown on your screen. In the future, you will have the ability to see really every single participant in this video conference on your screen. Next to this, that might be especially practical in larger conferencing scenarios, is the feature of a privacy area. Meaning, if you have a big video conference with up to, let's say, 30, 40, 50, or even more people, maybe you want to take a step back with one of the other participants and retract into a small privacy area where you can discuss private or personal or other matters that are not for the ears and eyes for the other participants. Next to this, this is not quite new. We already had this in our existing conference solution. You still have the opportunity to chat within the conference solution and to also send data via our chat platform in that conference solution. And of course, you will have the opportunity to start app sharing sessions within the video conferencing solution. And that's new in our updated version, is that also the external participants will be able to easily share their screens or share content from their desktops within that video conferencing platform. Couple of additional more features that you can expect from us with this new conferencing platform is that you have the feature of raising your hand. Again, if you are into a bigger video conference, sometimes it can get chaotic quite quickly if everyone is talking over each other. In order to avoid that, we do have that feature where you can raise your hand virtually as the participant of this conference in order to have a more structured and less chaotic environment. Also, you can easily send the URL via a calendar invitation or via an email to other potential participants of such conferencing solutions. And again, as you know this from Innovaphone in the past, this can be used on any device, whether it's your PC, your laptop, your mobile device, or even your Mac. You can use that conferencing tool wherever and from ever you wish to. And of course, as Alex already explained in much detail, security is always a highly appreciated and valued topic at Innovaphone. So of course, you can count on us to guarantee you the normal security mechanisms that are in place within all the other parts of our solution. And what else? Of course, I always like to mention this also in the past dialogues for those of you who have been present at that. We at Innovaphone really highly value the opinions and the requirements of our partners. And we have been listening to you as we always do and try. And therefore, a lot of feedback came regarding one additional important feature that you would like to have implemented in this conferencing solution. And also, I talked to my colleague, Thomas Willer, who helped us prepare for this presentation. He's heavily involved into public tenders. And one of the crucial points that is always required in public tenders, if you talk about video conferencing, is HD video. And again, we listen to you. We also try to give you the best tools in order to be successful selling Innovaphone. That's also why we decided to integrate the HD video feature into our conferencing solution. Yeah, what are the costs of such a solution? I mean, I'm sure a lot of you will wonder, wow, so many new features, so many exciting improvements. Must cost a ton of money, and I can assure you it's not quite like that. For your customers or for those of you who have already our conferencing app in version 13 and who have their platform under SSA, under Software Service Assurance, you may not believe it, but it's true, there are no additional costs. We have integrated all these additional features basically free of charge for these customers who have already SSA. If your customers do not have SSA, therefore I strongly recommend you to push and make sure that they will do this so that they can benefit and profit from feature or future upgrades and functionalities. Yes, let me just go to my last point of the presentation and show you a quick video that we have prepared to demonstrate our solution live. So, as you can see here on the screen, I enter my conference room in the myApps client. Then I can create a link, a URL, that I can either copy and paste into the browser, or I can send that link via email to any participant I wish to invite. In this example, I just copy and pasted it into my browser. You see our sexy new interface. You can adjust your camera settings, your microphone settings, and of course any other additional audio settings as you please. Next to this, you can type in your name. By the way, big thank you to Thomas, my colleague who prepared that video. You can put in your company's name, and off you go. It's that simple, it's that easy, and it's that quick. Then once you are into our conferencing room, you can also adjust various settings, whether it is the structure of your video or of the video display of other participants. You can again mute people, you can start application sharing sessions, you can give control to external participants in order to share their screen or their content with you. You can start a chat session within our conferencing solution. You can send data via our chat session. And of course, even during the conference, you can again adjust all your audio and video settings. And again, as I mentioned earlier, this time you will see really every participant in the conferencing with their video on display. So, that's it from our side regarding the web conferencing access from Innovaphone. Again, I hope you will find this useful and helpful for you to be even more successful in the future selling this solution. And before I finish the session together with Alex, maybe there are some questions or results to our polls. Especially maybe interesting what our partners had to say regarding the pricing of the VPN app. We gave you a couple of options, I believe. What are the results, Nadine?
We had 45 people voting. 60% of the people chose the €5. 13% were for €7 and 27% €10.
Okay, so it sounds like you prefer the price-sensitive approach. Again, we will listen to you and we will value your opinion highly. Thank you so much for your feedback so far.